I never thought I'd find myself in a situation like this, caught between the lines of what's right and what's irresistibly wrong, yet here I am, whispering my truth into the shadows of my own heart. It all started with a weekend getaway, just a simple trip with my best friend and her brother, Ethan. She thought of him as off-limits, her older brother, freshly divorced and twice my age. I knew he was handsome, sure, but I kept my distance, respecting the boundaries that friendship had always built around us. That was until we found ourselves alone during that weekend, away from the noise of the world, in a quiet cabin nestled deep within the woods. At first, it was just harmless conversation, sipping wine by the fire, the crackle of flames casting flickering shadows on our faces. But then, a casual touch, just a hand on my shoulder, lingered a little too long. A spark ignited, subtle but undeniable. His gaze held mine a moment longer, and I felt a strange warmth seep into my chest, a dangerous feeling I tried to dismiss. Yet, as the night wore on, our conversations deepened, and I sensed a connection, a pull that neither of us could explain. I told myself it was just the thrill of forbidden fruit, a fleeting moment of rebellion. But as I lay awake that night, the taste of his scent still lingering in my mind, I knew I was playing with fire. I had built my life on stability, married to a good man, climbing the ladder at work, surrounded by friends who trusted me. I cherished my routines, the quiet mornings with coffee and my journal, the comfort of knowing what each day would bring. My marriage was steady, predictable, maybe too predictable, but I never doubted his love. Until that weekend, when everything changed in an instant. The next morning, I caught myself stealing glances at Ethan across the room. The memory of our late-night conversation echoing in my mind. I was trying to suppress the flutter in my stomach, the ache in my chest that refused to go away. I told myself I was overthinking, that this was just a fleeting distraction, but deep down, I knew better. Something about him stirred feelings I'd buried long ago, longings I thought I'd left in my youth. That afternoon, a chance encounter in the woods, an accidental touch of hands reaching for the same book set my world spinning. His eyes, worn, intense, locked onto mine. And I saw something there I'd never seen before. Vulnerability, desire, a silent plea for understanding. My heart pounded, loud and insistent, and I wondered if he felt it too. I knew I should walk away, pretend it never happened, but I couldn't. Instead, I stayed rooted, trembling with the weight of unspoken words. That moment, I realized I was no longer just a woman caught in a weekend affair. I was a woman staring into the abyss of a forbidden love that could destroy everything I held dear. And yet, I couldn't turn away. If this confession has you holding your breath, if you're wondering what happens next, then stay with me, because the story is far from over, and the truth is darker and more complex than I ever imagined. I need to tell you about the nights that followed, the stolen glances, the secret smiles exchanged in shadows, and the slow burning fire that threatened to consume us both. You see, Ethan is not just my best friend's brother. He's a man with his own scars, his own dreams, and a heart that's been battered by loss and betrayal. We both knew crossing that line would come with consequences, yet the allure of what we could have, what we might become, was too strong to resist. Every touch, every whispered word felt like a rebellion against the world, a declaration of our desperate desire to feel alive again. I found myself slipping into a new persona, bold, reckless, unafraid, driven by the hope that maybe, just maybe, love like this could exist outside the rules we'd always followed. But with each passing day, the danger grew heavier. I could see the guilt weighing on his face when we met in secret, the way his jaw clenched when he looked at me. and I felt my own guilt gnawing at my conscience. The knowledge that I was betraying my vows, my friendship, my entire life. Still, I couldn't stop. I craved his touch, his voice, the way he made me feel alive in a way I'd never known. Our connection deepened beyond the physical, an emotional bond that defied reason. We shared secrets, hopes, fears, the kind of raw honesty that only emerges in the quiet desperation of forbidden love. Every stolen moment was a precious gift, a fleeting escape from the reality that threatened to tear us apart. But I knew this couldn't last forever. The tension between us was a fragile thread, ready to snap at any moment. And then, just as I thought I was losing control, I found myself at a crossroads, faced with a choice that could shatter everything. As I sit here now, heart pounding, I wonder if love like ours can truly survive the storm. Can we find a way to be honest with ourselves and each other? Or will the weight of our secrets ultimately crush us? If you're feeling the same rush of emotion I am, if your heart races at the thought of forbidden love and second chances, then stay with me, because I promise the story is only just beginning. If this confession has you on the edge of your seat, like I am every moment I spend with him, then please like, share, and subscribe. Your next chapter in this tumultuous journey awaits. For now, I hold on to hope, clinging to the possibility that love, true, fierce, and unyielding, can find a way through even the darkest night.